What is up, guys? We are back. We've just done our worst comic book films, and now let's end the comic book movie day with a positive note, talking about our favorite comic book films of all time. Now, once again, biased. There could be some controversial movies on this list. It can be. But most of these comic book films we freaking love. And also, it could contain spoilers like the last video. So you've been warned if you have not seen any of these comic book films, which I highly recommend for either of the lists. Because we literally don't know what we put in our list, so it really depends on which film. But, yeah, so everyone say hi. Like, we just got Ethan back, we got Declan back, we got Jeremy back from the last top 10 video. Introduce yourself now. I'm just kidding, you already did. Don't have to do it again. So, yeah, let's talk about our favorites now. We had fun talking about what we hate. Now let's start talking about what we loved. So, honorable mentions now. So, we'll just go from the same order. We'll go from Declan, we'll go from Ethan, we'll go from Jeremy and me. So, Declan, take it away with your honorable mentions.
All right, so for my
Declan.
honorable mentions, we have in no particular order. Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Nice.
Civil War.
Good one.
What else there? Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Ethan.
I was saying there's going to be a lot of Marvel movies.
Yeah, obviously.
Maybe Batman v Superman in there.
Okay.
It's not a great movie, but it's so much better with the Ultimate Edition, and especially how it has the full uncropped, expanded IMAX version, which is what I do like.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't hate Batman v Superman personally. So.
And it just and aside from the plot, it just looks so fucking good on 4K.
Yeah, I heard the new 4K was pretty good.
It does. And also the 2012 Avengers film.
Oh, nice.
And an underrated MCU film, which I do like that most people don't, is Age of Ultron.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't love it personally.
It's definitely not the best, but I do like it. And in my opinion, a better color palette than the first Avengers movie.
Yeah, I can see, I guess. Like, I think the first Avengers looks much more comic booky, in a way.
Yes, cinematography is still pretty bad like the first one, though.
Yeah. So that's all your honorable mentions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, also two more, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and that's it.
Okay, nice. Okay, Ethan.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Ethan.
Good list. I approve.
Yeah. Yay. Ethan, take it away. What's your honorable mentions?
Okay, so my honorable mentions are Sky High.
Oh my god, I forgot about that movie.
Also Fantastic Four. So like the Fantastic Four, but the extended version, which was only released on DVD. So but the Blu-ray unfortunately doesn't. But the extended cut, I preferred that more as a kid. Rise of the Silver Surfer, I think I prefer it more than the first one. I really like these two films.
That movie I thought as a child.
And what else? The Incredibles.
Yeah.
And Batman and Robin, because I think that film is so enjoyable. I really like it.
Oh my god, this is going to be more interesting. All right, Jeremy, take it away with your honorable mentions.
All right. Honorable mentions goes to basically, yeah, first off, the most of the Avengers, every Avengers, they pretty much hit the mark for me. Pretty good.
Nice.
Second one is Deadpool. I think that they did a pretty good job with that.
Nice.
And my third one, last one, is Ghost Rider. I feel
really?
Yeah. I think it's because I only watched it as a kid. I just really like, just its concept and style of him. Not necessarily the story, but
it's one of
the effects at the time was, it was good at the time.
It's one of my biggest guilty pleasures for comic films with Daredevil. Okay, my honorable mentions, I have quite a bit. I'll go rapid fire. X-Men 2. The first Spider-Man, the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Thor Ragnarok. Ant-Man. Zack Snyder's Justice League, recent. X-Men First Class. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Hey, nice.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hellboy 2. The Golden Army. The first Hellboy. Add that as well. I didn't add that in my honorable mentions, but I'll just add it now. Probably one of the most underrated superhero films, The Rocketeer. Love that movie. Watchmen. Joker. X-Men Days of Future Past. And the one that nearly was literally close to be on my list, Unbreakable. Which will count like normal superhero films too. Like not all of them can based on the comic book. Like Ethan said with Sky High. Like we can just count normal superhero films as well. So yeah, and I'll also add Incredibles as well. I didn't put it in my list, so I'll add Incredibles as well.
I forgot to put Thor Ragnarok on that list as well.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok was great.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to it. Let's start talking about our favorite comic book movies of all time. So let's start with number 10. So Declan, take it away.
Justice League, Snyder Cut.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to say Joss Whedon.
By no means anywhere close to the best comic book film out there, but I just think that in my opinion, out of all comic book films, it just has the best and most unusual visual style out there. And
I agree.
it just has some great cinematography, and I just love that it's presented in the 4:3 aspect ratio as well. I mean, some questionable CGI in there, but still a good ass film with great visual style. And in my opinion, like I've already mentioned, in my opinion, the best out of any comic book film out there. It's just so unusual, and I love that.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, Ethan, what's your number 10?
Okay, so my number 10 is Batman Forever. I've always held a soft spot for this film. It was the first Batman film I saw. It's the one that got me into Batman. I love how I know it looks like it was made for kids, but I just love that whole look of it. I really do like it. This is, to me, what Batman is supposed to be. Not too serious, but like I know this can be a bit campy, but I like it for what it is. I love the Bat costume. I know it has the nipples on it. I know, but
That's Batman and Robin.
I really do like it. The Batmobile. I really like the Batmobile. And what else? And I like. There's a lot of small things I like about the film, which that would take too much time, so I won't explain that. The Batman Forever is like my third favorite Batman film.
Oh my God.
And my number 10.
I respect you on that one.
I'll respect you as well. All right, Jeremy, what's your number 10?
All right, so my number 10 is going to be quite unexpected. It's not on Marvel or DC, but
That's
I
okay.
don't think you guys heard of this. But it is based on a comic. It is a movie called I Kill Giants. You guys heard of it?
Nah, I never heard of it.
No?
Sounds familiar.
Is this anime?
Yeah, it is. No, it is live action based on a comic.
All right.
It was advertised as like a Harry Potter sort of thing, but it wasn't really. But yeah. Yeah, I put that as my favorite because it had a really nice. I can see like the references from the comics. I don't read the comics, but I can see like the visual style and.
This one.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
one.
that poster before. Yeah, I've seen that poster.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
That's where I've heard of it from.
Yeah, very interesting story as well. Very like the visual aspects of the giant and the story of the kid and whatnot. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. maybe I should check it out. It sounds interesting. My number 10 is probably not just one of my favorite superhero films of the last decade, but it's one of my favorite animated films from the last decade. Probably you know what it is already. It's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
I love.
People watch.
Oh my god, that movie is.
I've actually never seen it.
Watch
How
it.
Oh.
fucking dare you, Ethan?
Watch it.
Watch that freaking
Dare I?
movie.
How dare I?
I'm not a big anime.
I haven't
person,
seen everything.
but this one I particularly enjoyed a lot.
Oh my god, when I first saw the trailer for the movie, I wasn't expecting a movie like this to be great. Even though it's an animated Spider-Man film, which does sound interesting enough. Then the more times the trailers came out, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of curious about it. And then I saw the first screening of it, and this movie blew me away. It is one of the best, I would say one of the best origin stories put into film. It's a movie where a universe like of different characters coming in one universe, they got that right. Every single Spider-Man character, they're all great. Nicolas Cage plays Spider-Man Noir. He's the best.
I keep forgetting he's Spider-Man Noir.
He is so great. And Spider-Ham, is that his name? Spider-Ham? Yeah, Spider-Ham. Gwen Stacy. Yeah, just all the characters are great. Miles Morales, one of my favorite characters in anime films in recent times. The action is fantastic. The animation especially looks amazing. It looks like you're reading a comic book. Like, at first when I saw the trailer, I'm like, this animation looks like a part of a Gorillaz music video. Like, that, what it kind of reminds me. But the animation's fantastic. It's one of the most original animations I've ever seen. It looks like a comic book. The whole story has a great message, and it's a great superhero film overall. And it's probably one of my favorite Spider-Man films of all time. And honestly, they're making a sequel to the movie, and I'm so fucking pumped.
Hell yeah.
Sequel, yeah.
Excited for
My
it.
end credit scene, Oscar Isaac as Spider-Man 2099. I'm in. I am in for the sequel, and I'm curious what to do, how the universe is going to expand in the sequel. So yeah, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. My number 10, the movie kicks ass. So, number 9, Declan, take it away.
Avengers Infinity War.
Nice.
Saw this on opening day with my dad and a few family friends, and it was just such a great cinema experience, just seeing it on opening day with hundreds and hundreds of people in the cinema. In fact, the cinema was so full because of Infinity War that they had 2 cinema rooms playing the same movie.
Goddamn.
And overall, just a great first part to the end of all those characters.
Yeah, I find the ending so unexpected. Spoiler, it's not on my list. I gotta put in my honorable mentions. I forgot about that film. My God, I feel so ashamed.
And it just has some amazing visual effects.
Yeah, of course. And Thanos, great.
It's Marvel, of course, top notch.
I mean, I mean, there are a few scenes with VFX that do look kind of questionable to me, but aside from that, they did an amazing job with it.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. I
That's
think
right.
there was one part where Thanos' glove was clipping at one point.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's not the glove I have the problem with. It's just that scene where Iron Man first. It's where we're first shown Iron Man's new suit.
I find it fucking awesome. He's so.
That is a great scene, but the CGI in that just kind of looks a bit questionable to me.
Actually, you know what? I kind of agree with that. It does look a bit weird.
Yeah,
But it's
it
still
just
fucking awesome. Like, you can have a suit just by pressing a freaking button.
yeah, true. It just doesn't look exactly right. But aside from that, they still did an amazing job throughout the rest of the film.
To me, Thanos is one of my favorite villains of the last decade. Love
Mhm.
Thanos. All right, so Ethan, you're number 9.
My number 9 is Spider-Man 2.
Yes, nice. That's like my favorite
Well,
superhero film.
I will be honest, it's my least favorite out of the Sam Raimi trilogy.
Shame.
This is the last one I watched as a kid.
Not 3.
And no, not 3 was the first one I watched.
Really?
Yeah, 3 was my first one as well.
To me, it was Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 and 3 back one day when I was really sick.
That's dark.
Yeah, like but this film, yeah, no, it's good. It's just the one I'd watched the least.
I have the Raimi film.
Yeah, no, it had some really cool moments. You know, I think this is one. This has, you know, I feel like it's known for its memes as well. Has some cool memes with like the one where he's like gore. And,
Oh yeah.
Or
and
how about Rent? The guy who's after his rent.
Oh yeah.
Get your rent fixed and start damn door.
Have you
That's
seen
Spider-Man 3.
Declan? Have you seen the video? Oh, I have to send it to you. It's called like the Rent Pursuit or something like that. It's one of the funniest YTPs of Spider-Man 2 I've ever seen. I'll say it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
You'll love it. It's so funny. Okay. Spider-Man 2. Good one, Ethan. Jeremy, take it away.
All right, yeah, number 9. Also, not sure if you guys know this one. I think this is based on comics, but it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the animated one, animated movie.
Wait, which one? The Team
From 2007?
The one from
that one, 2007.
Okay, yeah, I know that movie.
Yeah, I used to watch as a kid. It looked really good for its time. Very good animation. Story was very dark, I'd say.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. So.
And gritty.
Yeah, it was pretty good though. Pretty good.
Definitely better than those shitty Michael Bay ones.
Yeah, they don't look ugly. That's
Michael Bay ones.
Johnny fucking Knoxville. What the fuck? Well, my number 9. Ethan will kill me for this one. My number 9 is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. In my opinion,
I won't kill you. I just don't. I respect it. I just don't care.
I know you just hate that movie, but anyway.
What do you want?
Anyway, I respect that. In my opinion, Captain America: The Winter Soldier is my favorite out of the solo MCU films. Like, I always find in the comics, I find Captain America the most like, I don't know, like generic character in the comics, but the movies, they made him fucking badass. In Captain America: The Winter Soldier, they made Captain America one of the coolest characters in the MCU. I love the style of Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Like, you know, the first movie is a history war film. This movie is a spy and espionage film. It actually felt like a Bourne movie at a couple of stages, which I loved. Yeah, sorry, Declan? Wait, sorry, Declan? Sorry?
That's what it's meant to be.
Yeah, it's meant to be like a Jason Bourne type film, and that's the first ever Marvel film that the Russo brothers directed, when they later on directed Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. Yeah, the Winter Soldier, great villain. I love how they did the Winter Soldier in that film. I think, like, no one says this, but I think it has some of the best Captain America suits I've ever seen. That agent suit, I think that suit looks awesome. The elevator fight was fucking awesome. All the action scenes are really well filmed. And just the whole story behind it, it's probably one of the darkest films I've seen in the MCU. And it's probably felt like the most realistic. Even though there are parts that are unrealistic, just like the story in particular. And it talks about politics and all that stuff. And I love the way The Winter Soldier was executed. And it turns out to be one of my favorite Marvel films in a while. So Captain America: Winter Soldier, you kicked ass. It's on my number 9. So, number 8. Yeah, woo! Number 8, Declan, take it away.
All right, number 8 is Avengers Endgame.
Nice. Oh no, I thought that's my number 8. Sorry, that's on my list. Carry on.
Also saw that on opening day with just my dad, and also a great cinematic experience as well. Just being in a full cinema with some people literally losing their shit in some parts.
The portal scene.
Yeah, I mean, the scene where Captain America picks up Thor's hammer for the first time a guy in the back row just screams so loud.
Oh my god. I remember when that scene came out, my dad's just like, what the fuck is happening?
I know,
He doesn't get like all these films like this Marvel films.
I know, and many more people in the cinema were just clapping their hands as well. I joined in for no reason.
Oh my god, I was blown away when
It's like fun.
yeah, I
And
was
it's-
blown. Yeah, go.
And it's not a perfect, but such a great conclusion to all those films that came before it.
I feel like that's a film that the MCU should have just ended off with. Honestly, I feel like it's a perfect ending.
And not make another MCU film ever again.
Yeah, I'm happy the MCU is continuing, but yeah, that would have been a more than perfect ending for the MCU.
Like I think the
For
show's
Disney, it's just beginning.
Ah,
well, obviously it's going to keep going because it's going to make more money, and everyone loves the MCU. So I'm okay
Yeah,
with it.
cash out.
and
I'm-
Endgame is the second highest grossing film of all time.
Yeah,
It got beaten by Avatar only months ago.
yeah, I know. Which I'm kind of curious about the sequel. I'm not gonna lie. That's coming out next year. Thank
Really
Christ.
loved
It's
the
done.
Avatar sequels. They were actually meant to come out last year, but
Yeah, but
then
nothing supposed to come out last year because of COVID. So what did
I
we
know.
expect?
Wait, was
And
it last year's one of the worst years of movies all time? Like,
know.
not much came out.
Just one of the
You-
worst years in general.
yeah, the new Martin Scorsese film Killers of the Flower Moon, which I'm looking forward to so fucking much, was meant to come out this year, but it's been delayed until next year and is currently being shot in Oklahoma in the US right now.
Oh, it's being shot now.
Yeah, Killers of
Is
the
that the
Flower
one? Is that with who's in that one? Is DiCaprio in that one? Or is it
Leonardo
De
DiCaprio,
Niro?
Robert De Niro, and Jesse Plemons.
Fuck, what a cast.
DiCaprio and De Niro.
I
Wow.
know, and I am and every behind the scenes photos makes me die to see the movie even more.
Now I really want to see it.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, let's continue. Let's not get off the subject. All right, Ethan, what's your number 9? Number 8, sorry.
My number 8 is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Nice, good one.
Okay. This is probably one of my favorite MCU films, especially one of the later ones. When I first watched it, I was actually surprised that I would turn out to really like this one. I haven't seen Far From Home yet,
Watch
so
it.
um,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
we're judging Tom Holland's performance. I can only judge him by this one. For some reason, he reminds me of like Michael J. Fox for some reason, because he sounds like he's trying to like doing. To me, he sounds like an imitation of like Marty McFly or something like that.
Really?
That's the vibes I get off.
Oh yeah, I get the vibes.
Off-
Yeah,
off Tom
Yeah, I
Holland.
Doc Brown is like,
Like, huh?
yeah.
I
and,
never got that at all.
And what else? Yeah, it was actually kind of fun. It was actually a pretty fun Spider-Man film.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I liked it.
I really
Um,
like it as well. It's a great MCU film.
yeah, it's not bad. But Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man. So Tom Holland is not as good as Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire
Spider-Man in my
will always
heart.
be Spider-Man. Who will always be Spider-Man to me.
No one can beat Tobey Maguire, that's for sure.
Yes.
Hopefully
No
he
one can-
returns in No Way Home. If he is, I'm pumped.
Yep.
I hope
Yep.
to God he is in No Way Home.
Yeah, I hope them. Yeah.
Well, if
Let's just
Alfred
put all
Molina,
3 Spider-Mans together. Him, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. Put them all together.
I'd love to see all of them together. I hope they do
Yeah.
that in
I
Home.
just want to see their interactions. Like, you know, probably Peter will cry to Tom Holland going, you know. Anyway, I like Spider-Man: Homecoming as well. Unpopular opinion, I liked it better than Far From Home, even though I did like Far From Home. But I'm
heard Far From Home sucks.
Justin hates it.
Mm.
It's not
yeah.
bad. It's
I like it.
I like it too. I don't love it, but I like it. It's good. All right, we're up to Jeremy. What's your number 8?
All right, number 8. All right, yeah, I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I know that it's stuck in my head, so it has a good memories. It's the Lego Batman movie. That's not really canon, but yeah.
Good one. Really good one, Jeremy. Good
Haven't
one.
seen that one.
Yeah,
Seen it?
it's a very fun watch. Really like it. The jokes they land well.
Yeah, Declan. You gotta watch it. It's so good.
I will get around sometime.
What about you, Ethan? Have you seen it?
What?
Have you seen Lego Batman movie?
No.
Okay. It's just us two, Jeremy.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Lego Animations is top notch as well. It's really good.
Yeah, I think Will Arnett is really good in that movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Will Arnett plays Lego Batman. I think it was perfect casting.
Will I?
Yeah, the
I like-
over the top voice and whatnot. Yeah.
I like that it makes fun of all the Batman movies too. Like, I even like how the Joker's motivation in that film. I find it so hilarious. Yeah, that's good. Well, my number 8 is also a Batman film. Speaking of Batman, this is one of my favorite Batman films of all time. Not movie, Batman. There's a difference, and I'll explain it. And that is Batman Begins.
It is a movie.
Well, the thing, yeah, I know, but the thing is, I see The Dark Knight as a film more than a Batman film, in a way.
Same
But I
thing.
feel like Batman Begins is a Batman film. It's a pure Batman film. Just love Batman Begins. I remember growing up with Batman Begins as a kid. It's my first Batman film I've ever watched, which is fantastic.
That's when I return, sadly.
Yeah, the way the film executed, I love the writing. The screenplay of this movie is fantastic. I think, in my opinion, Christian Bale is my favorite Batman. I think
Christian Bale?
I love Christian Bale as Batman, even though he.
Oh, they said Christian Bale, like the.
From Frozen. You know what? I get confused by that a lot. No, it's Christian Bale. Even though his voice as Batman sounds like throat cancer, like a lot of people are controversial about that, but honestly, that's the only way he can disguise himself as Batman, unless he has like a voice actor, but they like the Ben Affleck one. But yeah, I love the origin story. It's probably one of the best origin stories put in the film. Like, they made Batman a friggin' ninja, which is badass. Like, the whole sword fight scene with Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul in the snow, that was one of my favorite scenes that Christopher Nolan even filmed, in my opinion. Yeah, Liam Neeson was great. Even the Scarecrow I liked, even though he really wasn't much in the film. I think Cillian Murphy was fantastic in that movie. Just the score as well. It's one of my favorite superhero scores of all time by Hans Zimmer, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Hans Zimmer and Christian Bale, they just, not Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan, they work really well together with Christian Bale. They work really well together with the film because the score is so iconic. I can listen to that score all the time. I even listen to it in my car, which is very, very dangerous. Don't do that.
I just can't imagine. You said like Christian Bale and Hans Zimmer. Imagine like she's her singing Frozen while the Batman's like rolling down in the Batmobile.
Let it go. Batman and Frozen. I would watch that, honestly. Yeah, Batman Begins. One of my favorite films of all time. It's in my top 30 favorite films of all time. I love Batman Begins so much. So yeah, Batman Begins on my number 8. So number 7, Declan, take it away.
All right, my choice for number 7 is the film that started the entire MCU. You know it.
Daredevil.
Yep, I know it. It's the Incredible Hulk. I think that's no shit for that.
The sound went really low for a few seconds.
Oh my god.
I just have so many great childhood memories with that film, seeing it in cinemas and just watching it 1,000 times over.
Was it the Incredible Hulk? Sorry?
No.
I thought you were actually thinking the Incredible Hulk.
I was kidding. It's Iron Man.
Oh, it's Iron Man. Okay. I didn't know
Yeah,
you
can I
guys.
just take a joke?
I thought you actually watched Incredible Hulk 1,000 times. Like, oh wow.
I
No,
mean,
who would?
I mean, yes, they both came out in the same year,
Yeah,
but
they
months
did.
apart.
It was a year for superhero movies like The Dark Knight, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk.
No, that was a great year for superhero films.
It is a great year.
Yeah, and it's
Superhero movie came out that year, I believe, as well.
Oh, which one?
Superhero movie.
Oh my god. I bet you that's on your list, Ethan.
No,
Oh,
It's not a comic, so it doesn't
that would've
count.
it was, but I took it off.
That would have been
bought-
incredible.
I bawled my eyes out watching superhero movie.
Anyway, continue with Iron Man. Continue on.
Anyway, it's just a perfect beginning to the MCU.
Yeah, I got Iron Man on my list too, but a bit more higher.
Yeah. Well, number 6 and number 7 for me was an interesting one because I couldn't decide. So in the end, I decided to put Iron Man and number 7.
Yeah, it's still on the list. Still good.
Yeah.
All right, so Ethan, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is Superman the movie.
Classic.
Pretty much the first good superhero film. I believe it's the first good one. I mean, I don't know about anyone's before. I mean, I haven't seen all of Batman the movie, but I'm sure this film's better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is a classic. You've got Christopher Reeve. He pretty much is Superman.
He's
what
classic
else?
Superman.
You got Marlon Brando, the greatest actor of all time, of all cinema, the greatest, and he's all right too. But yeah, it's Richard Donner, and who just died recently, so rest in peace.
Yeah,
Gene
rest in
Hackman.
peace.
Richard Donner.
Gene
Rest in
Hackman.
Yeah, Gene Hackman. Yeah, Gene Hackman, and he's just great too. It's just the performances in this film are just.
No one
great
talked
and
about Gene
good.
Hackman as Lex Luthor. I think it was brilliant.
Yeah, and Gene Hackman's still alive. He's 91, I believe.
Still alive?
I thought he
Still
was
alive.
Oh my god.
dead.
The guy's still alive, still kicking it.
I thought it was dead. Oh my
Nah,
god.
still alive.
Christopher Reeve is dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, he had an accident.
I know,
Oh.
poor him.
The
That was tragic.
horse accident. Yeah.
He became
Good.
paralyzed from the waist down. That was so tragic.
Oh yeah, that was bad. Anyway, good pick.
Him and Christopher Reeve and Marlon Brando and Richard Pryor from Superman 3. Whole bunch of people from the Superman films. They just died in 2004. They died at the same year.
What
Those
a,
3 people especially.
what a coincidence.
Like, far out.
Okay, yeah, Jeremy, what's your number 7?
Oh, 7. All right, yeah. So I think this comes from his comic book as well. I think, but it's Big Hero 6.
Yeah, it is. Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Very, very tragic. Is it Disney? It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
Disney, is it?
it's Disney.
Yeah, very tragic movie. Yeah, it's very great. Very touching story. Very even though it's a family sort of movie, it is very just yeah, hits you in the feels. I really like that. But it's sort of
I love Baymax.
yeah.
Baymax is the best. Yeah.
Also, soundtrack is a banger as well.
Oh yeah.
Fall Out Boys. Hell yeah.
Yeah. God, what the hell is this band? Freaking.
Yeah, Fall Out Boys. I think.
Fall Out Boys. Yeah. Immortals. I
You
can
know
listen
the
to that
meme
song.
where it's just like, I was in a band one time and it was YMCA. Was it the one? Is
What?
That's Inside Out. I think.
that Inside Out? I
And
thought
that's-
that was Big Hero 6.
That's
I don't remember Inside Out saying that.
But there was a meme. Because the guy
Oh.
looked like the
Oh,
guy
that's a
from,
meme. I thought it was in the movie.
from whatever that band was called. Forgot what they were called.
There is a meme on Big Hero 6 on like, if you guys know Ant Cass,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
auntie
yeah.
of the.
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, that just got a bit weird, but
I don't know who that
I've
is.
seen. I know the meme you mean. That came out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Oh my god, that was just disturbing. My number 7 is also a movie that Ethan doesn't like, but I know he won't kill me because he's okay with opinions. But my number 7 goes to Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. Yeah, I remember when I heard there's a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I'm just like, who the hell are these guys? Who the hell is Star-Lord? Why is there a freaking raccoon? Why is there a tree?
I know
Like,
what you mean.
I was just like, what the heck? And then when the trailers come out, I'm like, okay, it looks fun enough. And the movie turns out fucking mind-blowing. I remember seeing it in theaters, and it was cool to see someone new, you know, like someone I don't know. And I find all the characters are great. And I think, in my opinion, when the characters are staying around fighting with the music, I find it original and different. Chris Pratt just great. The characters. The only thing I didn't like about the rest of the Guardians movies, like, the first one is that they made Drax more of a comedian, and I find Drax in this movie a freaking badass. I don't know, that's just my hot take about it. Rocket, Groot, just great characters in the film. The film was just fun. It's trying to be like the next Star Wars, I would say. It's basically Marvel Star Wars, and I think the visuals look amazing. Like, the green screen looks so believable. I love the look of space. Love the battle scenes.
That's one reason why I don't like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's trying to be like Star Wars. That's another vibe I was getting off it.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like about Guardians of the Galaxy is the villain. I find the villain pretty generic. But other than that,
Yeah.
yeah. But other than that, I had fun with Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it's a fun film. With Ant-Man, I would say the most fun I had with the MCU movies. So, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is on my number 7. So, number 6, Declan.
Black Panther
Nice.
Woo! Nice.
has,
Forever.
in my opinion, the best cinematography of all the MCU films. Had Chadwick Boseman perfect casting as
Rest in
as
peace.
Black Panther. Rest in power, my king, and just amazing acting from all the cast and some great battle scenes, even though with definitely questionable CGI in the final battle scene. Even though I still really enjoyed it, and just amazing costumes.
I think the score was really good too.
Oh yeah, the score was amazing, and in my opinion, also the best out of any of the MCU films as well. Such a great score.
Yeah, it is really, really good. I can't wait to see Shang-Chi as well. That goes with the Asian culture, like the Black Panther goes with the Black African culture.
Yeah, I'm a very multicultural person.
Yeah, I'm excited that Marvel's doing that as well. That's the most interesting. All right, good. Black Panther, good one, Declan. Ethan.
Okay, so my number 6 is Joker.
Sweet.
Joaquin Phoenix. I prefer him over Heath Ledger. I thought this guy had a better performance, and his Best Actor award was well deserved. And it's very, it's just an all round great film. It's so good, and it's just I like this whole new approach with the Joker. How it's just some guy with just serious mental health issues. This is the dude that's just the Joker guy that's just, well, they're all deranged. All Jokers are deranged. They're all messed up in the head. But this guy, this is the example of someone that's so messed up and is just a man with just problems. He's just like, he's not like the one that's going to be like, oh, I'm going to get Batman. And it's just like, but this is the guy that's like, he's against the world. He is just a psycho. Like, and I reckon it just comes down to the performances in this one. It's so good. Love it.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix definitely deserves the best actor.
I think he's better than Heath Ledger. I'm being honest.
I'm very tight about that. I like them both in different reasons. Okay, good one, Ethan. Jeremy, what's your number 6?
Yep, number 6 is all around mentioned. It is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Woo!
Yeah, I just really like James Gunn, his take on the Guardians of the Galaxy. I know, Ethan, you'd say that you don't really like how this is based on like music. How it's just like
very soundtrack driven. I don't like that.
I fucking love
Yeah.
it. Like,
I find it the opposite. I just kind of like it, how it's just like just a vibe, especially during the it's just like the fact that it doesn't take itself seriously. It's a comedy. It's a fun film. Even like especially the opening scene. It's become a staple. Yeah, so original, especially during Avengers Endgame. You get to see that.
Oh yeah,
It's become very iconic.
You mean Infinity War when they sang?
Yeah, Infinity War. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good one. Well, my number 6. Speaking of Avengers, it was the highest grossing film of all time. Now Avatar fucking took it. It's Avengers Endgame.
I love that.
Love Avengers Endgame. It blew me away. Honestly, I liked it better than Infinity War. I think Endgame is, in my opinion, if it was a conclusion to the entire MCU, this would have been a great conclusion. It's a conclusion to the Infinity Saga, where it started all. And I think they end things off really, really great. Just the whole time travel thing, I did expect it. Not like everyone else, because I looked at the behind the scenes photos for Endgame, and I saw like Captain America in his old suit. So I'm just like, when they all like died in Infinity War, I'm just like, oh wait a minute, does that mean they're gonna go time travel and like take away the Infinity Stones and all that stuff? And they did basically do that, and which I'm okay with. Like, it's not like it disappointed me, because I'm like, yeah, I expected it. I still love the time travel aspect. I actually like what they did before in this. I fucking cracked up what they did before in this, and even Hulk. I find it, even though I was a bit mad at Hulk, what happened, that they combined Banner and Hulk together, I still find it hilarious, so I was okay with it. But of course, the final battle scene, it turns out to be one of the best final battles I've ever seen in a comic film. The portal scene, I was so blown away. Everyone was like cheering, everyone was gasping. I literally wanted to stand up and clap throughout the entire movie. I'm not even kidding. Because that scene was like so mind-boggling. And when Captain America's like Avengers Assemble and the Avengers theme came on, I was clapping. I'm just like, this is how you do a comic book movie well. And of course, Iron Man's death scene made me cry every single time, because he was like my favorite hero, and he's the hero that started the whole MCU, and now he died in that whole funeral scene. That like with Black Panther, Declan, I think it's one of the best cinematographies I've seen in Endgame. That whole funeral scene. It's all in one shot with that beautiful sad music. That's why I call it a great cinematography in that film. So yeah, Avengers Endgame, nothing much to say. Everyone loves Avengers Endgame, and so do I. It's on my number 6. Okay, top 5. These are our favorite comic book films of all time. Top 5. Let's get it on, Declan. Let's bring it.
Number 5 is Batman Begins.
Woo! Yes.
Some great writing. Christopher Nolan did an absolutely amazing job, and some great cinematography, and very much deserved its best cinematography Oscar nomination. And an amazing score by Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, of course. One of the best themes of all time.
And Christopher Nolan, great choice as Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't be more perfect.
I just noticed Cillian Murphy was about to be Batman.
Yeah, he did audition for Batman.
But I think Christian Bale's a better choice.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Christian Bale. Yeah.
He's the best Batman, in my opinion, if I'm biased. Okay, good one, Declan. Ethan, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is probably my favorite MCU film, Captain America: The First Avenger.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, I really like. That's probably my favorite out of Phase 1. I really like Phase 1's pretty much my favorite. I don't like that many other films after the first Avengers film, which is not on my list. But like First Avenger, I really like how they went back to the 40s. I really like that. You get to see like Howard Stark, and it's just I find it a very entertaining film, and it's the same guy, it's the same director as Rocketeer, right?
Yeah, it is, which I find
What's
very.
his name?
Oh,
What's his name?
shit. Joe Johnston, I think?
Yeah, Joe Johnston. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, no, I guess he's probably good with period pieces, especially that 30s and 40s, like he did with like the Rocketeer. I reckon he was probably just the right choice for it.
I want to see a review of that movie.
And this is the film where Chris Evans has proved himself that he can be remembered for Captain America instead of Johnny Storm, the Human Torch.
Oh my god, him as Johnny Storm was just hysterical.
But I would love if they did a reunion with the Tim Story Fantastic Four. I would love it if they did a reunion.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I would love it if they. Oh, if it was on a talk show, a reunion with their costumes and just do it. I would love it.
With the thing wearing a rubber suit.
With the theme going on in the background, and get the guy who played as Victor Doom, get him back too.
He's Australian, you know. I just noticed he's an Australian actor who played Doctor.
His dad was a prime minister for some time.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Which prime minister?
I don't know, but I think he was like prime minister in, I don't know, 70s, 80s. I don't know.
Sweet. Jeremy, what's your number 5?
Number 5, let's go to Thor Ragnarok.
Yay! Nice.
Yeah. Really like Taika Waititi. New Zealand names. Taika Waititi. Yeah. I really like his new fresh direction on the Thor after We Shall Not Name.
World.
Yeah, it's a really nice style in terms of production design. You know, sets are amazing. Music choice was on point as well. Kate Blanchett, awesome as well. Yep.
Good
Yeah.
pick. Good pick.
So overall, pretty good.
I'm excited for Love and Thunder.
Yeah, definitely, me too.
Yeah, I think Christian Bale's going to play the villain, which that's interesting.
Christian Bell or Christian?
Christian Bale,
Yeah.
Batman Bell. I'm just going to say Batman Bell to make you get it right. Batman Bell. My number 5 is definitely one of the unexpectedly fun and one of the most hilarious comic book movies I've ever seen. I'm so happy this movie was made, and I heard he's in the MCU now, and I don't know how I feel about that, but that's okay. But I love the hell out of this movie. My number 5 is Deadpool. Fucking love Deadpool.
I was just about to ask if it was Deadpool.
Yes, Deadpool.
Not a big fan.
I would have ruined it.
You don't like Deadpool, Declan?
Not a big fan. I'm sorry.
How dare
Hey,
you?
Declan, you're not alone now. I've never seen. I didn't watch all of it because I actually got bored of it.
I got bored of it as well.
Yeah.
You
I thought it was good. I'm with you, Owen.
Thank you, Jeremy. You two are sick. Deadpool, I think it's one of the funniest comic book movies ever made. The first time I saw this in IMAX, by the way, the first Deadpool, and it was a great experience. I never seen a comic book movie that I was cracking up laughing this hard. Like, Deadpool has great references. I think Ryan Reynolds, come on, this is his most iconic role right now. Every time people think of Ryan Reynolds, they think of Deadpool. Just the whole origin story was made really, really well. It was funny, it was dark, it was heartbreaking. All 3 of these genres are into one. It's even a good love story. If you like romance films, I think Deadpool is a perfect choice for it. Love the villain, love Francis, great villain. The action was great, the action's full on, I love it. But most of all, this movie's hilarious. It's one of the best comedies I've seen in a comic book film. Don't know how I feel about Deadpool being in the MCU, because there was a video of him and Korg watching the Free Guy trailer, which probably is very viral right now. Yeah. Deadpool. Deadpool's freaking awesome. Love Deadpool so much. It's on my number 5. Okay, number 4.
Did you get those those 4K Blu-rays? You know, the one with the Deadpool photo bomb.
I have two
Oh
of
my
those.
god.
I have 2 of those.
Which one?
Assassin's Creed and The Martian.
Oh my
Right.
god, Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I haven't got any of them. I don't know. It's funny, but I wouldn't buy them. Okay, Declan.
Okay,
Yeah. So Declan, you're number 4.
Number 4, The Dark Knight Rises.
Nice.
Hans Zimmer did amazing as always with the score. As always, amazing writing with one very reasonably explainable flaw.
Yeah, I fucking love the score in these movies. The Christian.
And And as always, great cinematography and just the perfect inclusion to the perfect superhero trilogy.
Yeah. The underground fight scene between Batman and Bane is one of the most iconic fight scenes I've ever seen. Like, it has no score with it. That's what's good about it.
I know.
Like, it felt so real. Well, what do you think of Tom Hardy as Bane?
I really liked him as Bane.
I like him too. Not as good as the Joker, obviously, but it's hard to top him, honestly. Anyway, nice, Declan. Nice pick. Ethan, you're number 4. Forget about Dark Knight Rises, Ethan.
My number 4 is Spider-Man 1.
Nice. Good one.
The yeah, I like this film, and yeah, I like Tobey Maguire. I like certain scenes in this film.
What do you think of the Green
and,
Goblin?
I like him. Yeah, I like Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. I like James Franco in this film. I like Flash. Flash is cool. Much better than Flash from Spider-Man: Homecoming, where he's just a little freaking.
Yeah, I didn't like Flash.
Flash.
Yeah,
Right?
same.
So how do they go from this guy to this buzz cut looking dude from
Joe
The Amazing
Morganato,
Spider-Man,
same
and then
thing.
they go to this guy from Spider-Man: Homecoming, like this little dweeb.
Looks like someone he looks like someone that gets more bullied than Peter Parker does in Spider-Man: Homecoming. The guy who plays Flash.
Let me put the light on. Yeah, no, I like Spider-Man 1.
Okay, cool. Jeremy, what's your number 4?
All right, number 4 is going to be purely, not purely, but like just how like it's very memorable to me. It is Doctor Strange.
Nice.
Just yeah. So the story for Doctor Strange was really good. I enjoy it, and casting of Benedict Cumberbatch, I can't speak English now. Cumberbatch was awesome as well. He looked really nice, top notch.
It was great.
But yeah, one thing that definitely was very memorable was the visuals aspect of it.
Yeah,
It was just like a full on acid dream. It was just it's just so good. It's just like Inception, buildings like going off, and like space. You see like the universe. It's all trippy, and it's just like yeah,
Oh yeah, it's Inception 2.
yeah, exactly.
Inception 2.
Unofficial
you
sequel.
edition.
Inception 2.
Inception's in the MCU somehow.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if Leonardo DiCaprio just came in Doctor Strange and be like, "That's my movie." My number 4 is also an MCU. Yeah, my number 4 is also an MCU film, and it's on Declan's list. It's the film that started it all, Iron Man. Yes, mine is higher on my list. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably now one of my favorite MCU films. Not MCU films. It's one of my favorite like Marvel films of all time. Iron Man, just the way Iron Man was executed, especially when you watch like film commentary and theories, or like reviews for the first Iron Man. Most of the points they said, it's all true. Like it shows a great superhero origin story, showing Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark being a really spoiled, like deluded millionaire, and turns him into a people that cares about people.
Great comeback for his career.
Yeah, this is a movie that definitely brings his career. Like, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, did it came out before Iron Man? I think so.
Before, yeah.
Yeah, which that's probably the only best film he did. And then Iron Man came in, and a lot of people were inside for Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. And it turned out fantastic. I think it's one of the best superhero portrayals of all time.
Yeah, I'm forgetting he went back literally a year before.
Yeah. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang came out a year before Iron Man.
That came out 3 years
Zodiac.
before.
Oh, 3
Zodiac.
years.
Zodiac came out in 2007 and Iron Man 2008.
Oh yeah, he was in Zodiac. Yeah, I forgot about that. I think Jon Favreau did a great job directing that movie. I even like the villain. I like Ironmonger. I think his motivations are pretty clear. A lot of people weren't liking Jeff Bridges in that film. I think it was really good. Terrence Howard, I didn't think it was that bad as Rhodey. Even though I didn't mind Don Cheadle. I think he was fine. I kind of like Terrence Howard a bit better. That's a hot take right there. Yeah, the action is fantastic. I remember that scene where he fights the Ten Rings. That scene where he saves the villagers. That scene I can watch it all over again as a kid. I find that scene fucking awesome. So yeah, not too much to say about Iron Man because Declan kind of said most of it all. Iron Man's on my number 4. All right, top 3. Here we go. Declan, take it away. Top 3.
Now these top 3 films I have such soft spots for. But the first one is Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Good one.
Fucking love that film. Tobey Maguire. Amazing.
He is great.
Voice. And just the writing and everything. I don't know, it's just a great start to a great trilogy.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best origin stories put into film, to be honest.
And I just loved Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin.
Ow, Timmy! I fucking love Willem Dafoe. He was so passionate when he played that role too. He wanted to play that role. Sam Raimi wasn't about to pick him, but he was that passionate to play that role. Anyway, Spider-Man.
Oh, goddamn.
Good. Ethan, you're number 3.
My number 3 is the greatest Spider-Man film of all time.
Spider-Man 3?
The best.
I freaking knew you were going to have that on your list.
The best Spider-Man film. I love this film. I have such a huge soft spot for this one. This was the first Spider-Man film I ever saw. Even though I knew Spider-Man before I watched this, I knew who he was. I liked him. But then when I saw this film, I was hooked. And I really love. I don't care how many villains there is in this one. Like, I like the Sandman. I like Venom. Or like whatever that guy's name was.
Topher Grace.
That photographer's name.
Topher Grace.
Spider-Man.
Eddie
Brock, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that guy's a total wanker. But like Venom is cool, and I love oh man, I love how Tobey Maguire does the dancing. I love the memes. I love the black Spider-Man suit. I love it.
It does.
I really love it. I think this is cool. That's so cool. I reckon, yeah.
What are you about to say, Declan?
Oh, I just said that the black Spider-Man suit is amazing. I'll give it that.
Yeah, so cool. Oh.
The only thing I didn't like about it is with Harry having short-term memory loss. That's it. I didn't like that plot. I feel like they should have made Harry the villain, to be honest.
And I really feel like they should have made Spider-Man 4. I feel like they should just still do that. I don't care. Ignore the other Spider-Man films. Make Spider-Man 4.
You know what I got a feeling? If No Way Home was that popular and if Tom Maguire isn't it, they'll probably consider making Spider-Man 4 after that movie.
I hope they better bloody do that.
Yeah, I'm hoping
so.
Okay, great. I knew that's going to be on your list because I know how much you told me you love Spider-Man 3. I like it too. I like it too. I don't love it as much as the other two, but I liked it. Okay, Jeremy, take it away. What's your number 3?
Yeah, sir. It's another Spider-Man. It is Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my favorite one. Yeah. Yeah, just as you said, the quality and the style of the animation, it's really based on its like comic and just the amount of detail it has, and it's just very, very, very stylistic, and I really like it. It's very poppy, colorful, and all that stuff. And yeah, I like the memes that came out of it as well with the Kingpin.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the hey meme.
Oh yeah, the hey.
The hey. The hey.
Yeah, and also the other Spider-Man as well. There's like different animation styles. I'm really big into animation as well. So yeah, it's really good.
Gosh, I wish my number 3 is also a Spider-Man film, but it isn't. We would have like a whole Spider-Man thing. But my number 3, honestly, this is probably one of the best performances that I've seen in a comic book film. My number 3 is a great conclusion to this actor who played this character for 17 years, I would say. My number 3 is Logan.
Oh, this one, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Declan. I can see Declan's face like, yes, he put Logan on his list. In my opinion, one of my favorite X-Men films of all time. I remembered. I remember when they're going to make Logan, which is where Hugh Jackman actually said it's going to be the last Wolverine movie he's doing. I was honestly feeling sad about it because I'm like, no, Hugh Jackman, he's been Wolverine for all these years. So now, yeah, when Logan came out, oh my god, I never seen a movie that blew me away, like, ever. Hugh Jackman, not just one of his best performances of Wolverine, but one of his best performances in general. That performance is just mind-blowing to watch. X-22 is a badass. Love X-22, she's so cool. This movie was bloody, it was violent. It's everything I want for a Wolverine movie. Because they kept it so PG-13. Like, I want to see some blood in his claws, and the movie did that for me. It's kind of dark how I said that. Yeah, his death scene made me cry every single time. Yes, I cry in movies, deal with it.
It's no big deal.
I cried during the ending of Logan. It's so hard to watch, actually. Yeah, nothing too much to say about Logan. Everyone loves Logan. It's great conclusion. I would say a great conclusion to the X-Men saga, even though Dark Phoenix technically is. I think Logan is more of a conclusion, in my opinion. So yeah, James Mangold, great job directing Logan. And yeah, Logan is probably one of my favorite X-Men films of all time, and one of my favorite performances I've seen in the comic book film. So yeah, Logan's my number 3. Okay, we're almost done, guys. We got 2 and 1. Here we go. Number 2. Take it away, Declan.
Right now, number 2 is the best Spider-Man film ever, Spider-Man 2.
That's also my number 2. That's also my number 2. Yes.
Yeah, if they didn't make a third Spider-Man movie, it would have been a perfect ending.
Ethan.
They did it. If they didn't, it's a what if, is what I'm saying.
I get you.
And just an amazing performance by, I keep forgetting the name of the guy who played
Alfred Molina.
Thank you. Yeah, an amazing performance by him and by Tobey Maguire. Such amazing writing and fantastic directing from Sam Raimi as always.
I'll talk about Spider-Man 2 as well, because this is my favorite superhero film of all time, because I love the story in Spider-Man 2. Because it takes on a story like, what if Spider-Man is in the real world? How is that going to happen? And obviously, it's going to be tough for Peter Parker. He has to catch up with things, and obviously, it's hard for him. And I think Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man. Like, from this movie... Yeah, sorry, Declan?
I said the best.
He is the best. Best, not just best Spider-Man, but best Peter Parker. You literally feel bad for Peter Parker in this whole movie, because he's like... I know, like, he's like treated like shit in the movie. MJ was being such a dick to Peter the whole movie. I'm like, oh my god, like, I don't blame you for not being Spider-Man anymore. Even that flashback scene with Uncle Ben.
Oh.
It's so well written.
That scene is emotional.
Oh my god, it was so great. And I love the raindrops keep falling on my head scene. I find it the most hilarious thing ever, even with the freeze frame.
It's a perfect sequel as well.
It's a perfect sequel with probably, in my opinion, one of my favorite villains of all time, Doc Ock, played by Alfred Molina. He is so great. I can't wait to see him in No Way Home. It's going to be very interesting.
I'm so excited to see him in that film.
Because, like, I think No Way Home is going to take place exactly where Spider-Man 2 ended. I don't know how that's going to happen, but, you know, MCU can fix that. Hopefully they don't ruin it. That's the thing I'm scared about. But, yeah, it's a good romance movie, too. Like, I think the chemistry between Peter and MJ, it felt real, in my opinion. Even though MJ just gets in trouble for every fucking movie. It's very meaningful, too, with gore. Every single time I hear that, I'm just like...
I just remembered another one who's like, can you pay me in advance?
Are you serious? Jake, I keep forgetting J.K. Simmons' J. Jonah Jameson is the best. No
The
one
best.
that.
Resemblance is uncanny. Jesus.
And as that role, and he's coming here in Far From Home as well.
Oh my god, I was so mind blown. I'm like, yes, thank you. No one else can play J. Jonah Jameson as good as J.K. Simmons. Like, come on.
That literally came out of nowhere.
But now it leads up to No Way Home. I'm like, okay, now that makes sense. I get it.
I know, I love it.
I know, it's so good. Hopefully he's in most of that movie. I'm honestly excited. So yeah, Declan and my pick for Spider-Man 2. Great pick. So Ethan, what's your number 2?
Here's the thing with my number 2 and my number 1. I don't know which one I could put above the other, but for now, I just got my number 2 is Batman Returns.
Declan's gonna hate you for that one.
I don't give a shit. I think this is just a magnificent film. I reckon it's just. What can I say? There's something about this film that I can't explain. But it feels so unique. It's just an all-round great film.
Declan's reaction is the best. I don't know if you can see his reaction.
He's like literally dying. I don't think you can take it.
Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, the best Catwoman. I thought she was magnificent. Catwoman.
If you don't know,
Danny DeVito's performance as the Penguin, he was brilliant. He's just such a sad person, and I thought, he really captures the Penguin very well.
He's such a sad person.
Michael Keaton is probably my favorite Batman.
Something good about
I love.
He's a good Batman.
The Danny Elfman score. The Danny Elfman score is just brilliant.
It's like with
and it's a great Christmas film. It's a great Christmas film.
Forgot about that. Yeah, it is a good Christmas film.
It is not. It is by no means a Christmas film. Die Hard is more of a Christmas film.
This is a Christmas film. Hey, Die Hard didn't have snow.
It is not. It is not.
This has snow.
Isn't Star Wars a Christmas film as well?
No.
Batman Returns had snow, and it's at a Christmas time.
You don't have to.
They even say Merry Christmas at the end. There's a Christmas tree at the start of the film. It is set at Christmas time.
You don't.
It's just as good as Die Hard.
Die Hard did that.
Die Hard is a Christmas film too. And Batman Returns.
You don't need to have snow to be. You don't need to have snow to be a Christmas film. And Die Hard, and again, change my mind about Die Hard.
It's just one thing. It's just one added thing to make it a Christmas film.
Die Hard is more of a Christmas film than the atrocity that is Batman Returns.
How is it more of a Christmas film where it has snow?
I would agree with Declan, except for the atrocity part.
You don't have to have snow.
It's just as Christmassy.
Anyway, moving on. Talking about fucking Christmas. Jeremy, I already explained my number 2 because mine's with Declan. What's your number 2, Jeremy?
Yeah, so my number 2 is same that you mentioned. It is not same, but I think it was last time. But it's Logan. Yeah.
Yes. Good.
Yes. Great ending to the X-Men universe. Very different as well. I really loved its change of pace from PG-13 to literal guts, blood, bones, and everything. Yeah. Just perfect. The ending is also just, yeah. Oh my god.
It made me cry every single time. It's so well
done.
Yep,
that's about it.
Yeah, good. All right, guys. It's come to this. Let's talk about our number 1 favorite comic book film of all time. And I got a feeling I know what Declan's is. So let's take it away, Declan. What's your number 1?
All right. Now, this one also came out in 2008. It is such...
How predictable.
I have such a massive soft spot for this film. I cannot stress that enough. It's also in my top 5 as well, and in my opinion, it is a perfect comic book film, as well as a great post 9/11 crime film. It is Christopher Nolan's masterpiece, The Dark Knight.
That's my number 1 as well.
Yeah,
Such-
predictable.
Yes.
Such
Shut up,
legend,
Ethan.
Boring.
such legendary acting from Heath Ledger. It
Oh my
better than Phoenix in my opinion. He's very Heath Ledger more than deserved his Oscar, and it's not just because he died, which is what a lot of people I talked to keep assuming, but his performance was just phenomenal. It was just amazing. I cannot stress that enough. One of the best performances ever put to film, and just Christian Bale as Batman cannot get any better than that. And just Hans Zimmer's amazing score, and just how how it was the first ever mainstream feature film to use the IMAX format.
Oh yeah. Yeah, The Dark Knight. My God, it's also my number one. This
Yeah,
has
and just-
been finish, Declan.
Yeah, and just amazing cinematography as well, perfectly suited the film, and just the way the film ended couldn't be more perfect.
Yeah, in my opinion, like if you guys have seen my top 30, like the viewers who are watching this, if you have seen my top 30 favorite films of all time, The Dark Knight is in my number one. It's my favorite film ever. I love every freaking thing about The Dark Knight. Like Declan said, Heath Ledger, just not just a great villain performance, but one of his great performances ever. His character, exactly, his character is so well written. You get his motivation. Like if you watch the film carefully, he's not too much of a bad guy. You see why Joker's like this, and I was honestly agreeing with him most of the movie. Most of his points he said was great. Christian Bale as Batman, I said it before, he was great. Even Aaron Eckhart as Two-Face, which I cannot believe Declan didn't mention him. He was so great in that.
I wish I did. His performance was amazing. And
Yeah,
like
I
my-
preferred his performance more than Heath Ledger.
Well, okay, I expect the worst from
Yeah,
that.
Aaron Eckhart was really good. I'll give it that.
He is so great. That is a great example. Not like Spider-Man 3, but that is a great example of putting two villains in a movie that makes sense. Why?
Two-Face came towards the end though.
Yeah, but it's still like,
His
well,
transition from Harvey Dent to Two-Face, I reckon that was really good. I'll give The Dark Knight that. That's one good thing.
I loved how they did that.
yeah,
Yes.
I love the way
I
the
agree.
story was executed. One of my favorite scenes of all time, the interrogation scene.
Oh,
That
Yes.
scene was so well written.
I know. I honestly cannot stress enough how much I love The Dark Knight.
Because it shows Joker's motivation. You're like, yes, I'm agreeing with Joker. I get what he's saying. And it shows how great Heath Ledger is. And I don't like him because he died, because this is one great actor. If he was still alive, this role would have changed his life forever.
I know.
It inspires me to become an actor. Obviously, even I think to myself, I can't top Heath Ledger because of how great he was in The Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan, like, we did not expect The Dark Knight to be this great. Like, I remember when it came out, it blew everyone's mind. And I was 8 years old when The Dark Knight came out, and I was so ashamed I wasn't older. Because if I watched The Dark Knight in the theater, I would have never been this mind blown.
I wish I saw it in the theater as well.
Yeah, I wish too. Like, I saw The Dark Knight Rises in theaters. Like, that's the only Dark Knight movie in the trilogy that I've seen in theaters.
Same here.
I think it's sad for me. I don't think I've ever seen Dark Knight Rises until I only saw it. My first view watching was it on a school classroom.
Oh, that.
Or those crappy whiteboards. I can't see anything. Oh my! It was terrible.
I was about to say that would have been the best class you've ever had watching The Dark Knight Rises.
And people have already seen it back then. But yeah, I was just a bit late on it.
Yeah, I'm honestly happy, Declan, that we have the same number one. I love The Dark Knight so much. Sorry, Ethan. I know you don't like The Dark Knight, but screw you. We love The Dark Knight. It's one of the best.
I don't care. You like whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So The Dark Knight. Declan and I's number one. Now let's get through Ethan and Jeremy's number one. So Ethan, you start first. What's your number one?
Batman 89.
Seriously? Oh,
Yeah.
actually, no. I thought you were talking about the 60s. Sorry. Yeah, Tim Burton one. Yeah, great one. Sorry. I thought
Wait, Batman '89?
Yep.
Tim Burton.
the first Tim Burton one. I thought you were talking.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking about the Adam West one for some reason.
Nah.
Okay. Good pick.
Yeah, yeah, I think Michael Keaton's a really good Batman. I love the score. I love Jack Nicholson's Joker, and I love how the film just feels like it's got that 1940s vibe about it. I love that. It kind of does feel like I'm kind of watching a film noir film, and I thought that was really good. Really loved that.
I do think Michael Keaton's a good Batman.
The Batmobile looks cool. The only thing I'm not a fan of it is, well, I don't mind these songs, but like the Prince soundtrack. I mean, I'm not a fan of Prince.
I forgot about
some of the songs. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, just a cool movie. I got that as number one, pretty much because I don't know what's my favorite superhero film of all time, but like I'll just go with Batman '89, sure.
It's a good pick.
I like it. I really like it. Sure.
Okay.
Love that.
Yeah. Now, saving the best to last. Jeremy, what's your favorite comic book film of all time?
All right. Oh, I just realized all you guys picked Batman films as your.
Yeah, I just noticed we both picked Batman films.
Yeah,
No,
pick
we
a
did.
Batman
Well,
movie.
mine's gonna be different because it is not Batman,
That's okay.
even though it is pretty good. But not my.
Superman.
All right, so I'm gonna go egg it up because it's one of my. It is one of my best. It happens to be one of my best, if not my favorite film of all time. It is a cinematic masterpiece to me. It has the best soundtrack, in my opinion. I still rock it out to this day. It has been mentioned before. It is the greatest crossover of superheroes in one movie. It is Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Wow! Nice!
Nice choice.
I love Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Last movie.
Yeah, it's has everything I love. It has video games, music. It has the comic book sort of style. It is from comic book, and then just overall filming style. Edgar Wright does a fantastic job. Camera, sound work, acting. Yeah, it just influences my filmmaking style as well. Just very, very fun film to watch.
I just watched that yesterday. Because
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched Scott Pilgrim in so long, it still fucking holds up. It's so good.
Yeah, it does have also the crossover. It has like a what's it called? Brie Larson, Superman.
Chris
It has
Evans.
Chris Evans as well. All in one.
God, I feel ashamed I didn't put that on my list. I put it in my honorable mentions. I should have put it on my top 10, honestly. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
Good one, Jeremy. I honestly didn't expect Scott Pilgrim, actually. That's your number one. Okay, that is it, guys, for the best comic book movies of all time. I just want to say thank you to Ethan, Declan, and Jeremy for joining me in these top 10 videos. Not just for this one, and the worst as well. I had fun making those videos. Hopefully you guys had a good time too. So thank you guys for joining me in these videos.
No problem coming. We'll see what happens.
And hopefully we get to see Declan and Jeremy in future videos as well, because they've been fantastic.
Yeah.
Especially, good job, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below: Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for my latest movie reviews. And let's pull this off this time, guys. Remember? Ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ready?
That's
Have
all,
a nice day.
folks.
Good night.
Night. Have a nice night.
Good night.
Have a nice night.
It's actually getting dark anyway, so it is night. So, have a nice day.